Hey everyone, my name is Robert and you're watching That's the Movie. So today I'll be reviewing The Expendables 3. So The Expendables 3 is a sequel to the third in maybe a trilogy, maybe more. Sylvester Stallone decided to get all of the old action stars together and make a movie. You know, and they got some of these new action stars and they brought them in and like, hey, let's get them in this movie and it's going to be super awesome. And it kind of was. You know, the first two movies were, the first one was more enjoyable. The second one was a little less enjoyable, but still pretty good. And they both had this R rating, so they really stuck to the hardcore action movie. And then this third movie was granted a PG-13 rating. That kind of sucks, because one of the things that made the first two movies, great about it was that they could do anything. It was rated R, and that's really what action movies were about. Just really ridiculous violence and stupid language all the time. So this stars Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, and a buttload of other characters, but the usual people from the first two movies come back and return, and as well as a few others. And this time, Sylvester Stallone's character encounters Mel Gibson's character, which apparently they were in the original Expendables. It's not part of the movie. That's like really far back when they were much younger. And then he was supposed to be dead because he was a bad guy. At first he was okay, but then Sylvester Stallone's character killed him, and now he's alive. So it's like, oh no! And then they have to try and stop him. That's pretty much the whole movie. General consensus for this movie, in my opinion, was that it still had its really good, action sequences that this series is known for, but I think a lot of it was lacking too, because it seems like probably because that they get that PG-13 rating may have it seems to have censored them a bit, and in sort of a bad way. And I'm not one who's saying like, oh, we need more blood and violence. It just feels like a lot of the things that originally made the first two movies good was missing here and this one. And as well, I think they were really lacking in the special effects department. All the practical effects and practical stunts were entertaining and they're really well done. You can tell that there were practical stunts and practical effects, and it was cool. But a lot of the movie was filled with special effects, and bad ones too. And that really took away from the whole movie. There was really a terrible helicopter sequence involving Harrison Ford, Jet Li? Was it Jet Li? Yeah, I think it was Jet Li and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it was just bad. It was just a chopper scene. It was so badly done. And this movie is filled with very stupid, terrible dialogue throughout all of it, but it doesn't bother me. It's been in the first two movies, and that's fine. That's something that I've always seen in that one, and I've gotten over it. But really, this movie was filled with some really bad dialogue. Really stupid things and cringeworthy things. But besides all of that, I have to say this movie is not all bad. I did enjoy it, even though I cringed here a few times. I liked Wesley Snipes' character. He was in this movie. He was a bit unhinged, and I kind of enjoyed that. And especially, I think the one who stood out to me the most was Mel Gibson playing the villain, and it was just awesome. I don't know, every time he was on screen saying his whole little, he always had some sort of monologue or something very taunting to say, and it was very, very effective and really well delivered, and I really liked it. It reminds me that Mel Gibson is actually a decent actor, and we should see him in movies more often, just not outside of movies. He can be doing movies, but don't be a person. Just see him as a character. That's fine. Just see him in movies. I would like that. Alright, so you guys can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook at TheRealRobertAH, and you guys can go on Instagram and look up RobertAlfonsoHidalgo, and you'll also find me. And you can follow me and stuff if you really care about it, and you can check up on other things that I've done. And you guys can go on the Sasha Marina Show and do the same. Go to SashaMarinaShow.com, go to topics, and you'll find more things there. And every Monday, me and Sasha have a podcast, and it's just a news thing. Usually it's what I just talk about, what's any recent news regarding movies. And yeah, and we just discuss it every Monday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And go check out our app, which is on Google Play and BlackBerry World. Just look up the Sasha Marina Show, and there you'll find it. So yeah, The Expendables 3. That's the movie.